AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. This Madden NFL 21 on EA Sports. We'll see Dak Prescott and the Dallas Cowboys taking on Alex Smith and the Washington football team.
We are sandwiched between Fort Worth and Dallas, Texas, and Arlington at the luxurious AT&T Stadium. A moment ago, here was the scene with the Cowboys emerging from their tunnel. It was loud. It's still loud. We're ready for football as the Cowboys get set to match up with the Washington football team. Greg Zuerlein's got it teed up, and off we go from Arlington. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. So out comes the Washington offense onto the field. They'll be led out by the #1 overall selection back in 2005 out of the University of Utah. It's Alex Smith.
And what I enjoyed in preparing for this game was talking not just with the coaching staff, but with him as well. And I found it interesting that the coaching staff sees him one way, and he sees himself an entirely different way.
Yeah, one thing he said he's always working on, we know he's not bad at this, but his footwork, always wants to improve that, and that's something he's going to focus on here.
And what was so funny, what the offensive coordinator say right off the top, he's got great footwork. Love his footwork. So this guy is never satisfied.
Taken in by Sims, and they're able to get this one across the 35. 13 yards on the game's opening play.
Down Washington.
Well, that certainly has to feel good, and it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Neville Gallimore on the stop.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
On second down, it's Gibson. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
And on 3rd down, the Cowboys bring in an extra defensive back. From the gun, here's Smith. And that will be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Call that a 41-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. So here now the Cowboy offense onto the field to get their first crack at it. They'll be led out by the former Mississippi State product, the mobile quarterback, Dak Prescott.
I love his mobility, and I think he continues to get better and better as a pocket passer. But how about just his plain intangibles that he brings to the position? Mental toughness, as well as a physical presence that helps power any offense.
Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. How about Jonathan Allen there, pushing upfield to make the stop behind the line?
The 20-yard line.
An awful lot of congestion in the middle third of the field, but how about our defensive tackle right there? He didn't just hold the line, he provided some push and smacked the ball carrier down for a loss.
Now here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
An extra man in the secondary for Washington on third down. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Flush to his right. He can run for it, and he will. And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up fourth down.
I like this effort there. He got it done on his own. But let's face it, he puts defenses in a really stressful spot when he takes off and runs because a lot of guys have coverage responsibilities.
Good job of rounding, though, because I thought when he first took off, he might pick up the first down. Call that a 44-yard punt, 5 on the return. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. Now Washington going to retake the field for drive number 2. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
One play has him up past the 40 already and another 1st and 10. And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Smith. That one is slant to McLaurin. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. And now time will be called here as Washington has an injured player down on the field. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Big DeMarcus Lawrence getting in there and bringing him to the ground.
Well, nothing takes a start to have a good drive quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football. And
Old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
And the Cowboys here on 3rd down bringing in an extra defensive back. From the 50, it's Smith. He'll go underneath with this one to McKissick. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 5 yards, not enough. And it'll be 4th down.
Well, that's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath by all means.
And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. Second drive forthcoming here for the Dallas Cowboys. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say this is what the problem is. Now let's find out who my playmaker and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
21-yard line.
On 2nd down, Elliott. And down he'll go at the 25. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down. Keep the sticks moving.
A 1st down throw for Prescott. Got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 13 yards and a 1st down, Cowboys. Elliott. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
On second down now, it's Elliott. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 16 yards, a first down. The first drive this unit had, they punted. This drive, much more polished, just looking crisper, aren't they, moving the ball?
Maybe the first drive was a little bit of a wake-up call. Probably a little bit angry that they had to punt the ball away the first time they had it. Got motivated, got to the sideline, said, okay, let's not let that happen here as we take over again.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 36. They run it for the first time with Tony Pollard. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 9-yard line. It's 21. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
21-yard line.
First down, Prescott. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. That gain of 15 gets him on the doorstep, 1st and goal. A much different second drive here, Charles. They go 3 and out the first time. This time they've been able to sustain something downfield.
And that's what often happens. You get the game started. You know, you have to get your footing underneath you. You have to get used to the flow of the game, the speed of the game. And sometimes that first drive is more of a probing drive. It appears they found.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Cowboys have taken the early lead. And on his way to the end zone, shedding the tackle, he would not be denied.
That's what's called finishing the run. Making sure you power your way through. One-on-one tackle. No running back wants to go to the bench and say, I got stopped just short.
Now Greg Zuerlein on for the extra point. And this is up and good to make it 7-0 Cowboys. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it culminates in a touchdown run by Ezekiel Elliott.
Zuerlein to kick off for Dallas.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
On first down, Smith. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
They'll run on first down. Gibson. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Well, the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run. But the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
A gain of 12.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 47. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's 2nd down. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. From the 45 on 2nd down, Smith. Open man here, Sims complete. That one a 1st down pickup of 8.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Now a 1st down throw. It's Smith looking for McClure. Got him and brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
A gain of 14.
It'll go as a pickup of 14 and a Washington 1st down. A shotgun snap for Smith. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. DeMarcus Lawrence able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Play action. It's Smith. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. Antonio Gibson, the intended target, and it's 3rd down.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
3rd and long, it's Smith. This Cowboy defense looked ready for that 3rd down pass. Brings up 4th.
I'm looking at this with my defensive eyeglasses on because you remember the old days when a tight end saw a linebacker covering him and thought he had a mismatch? But the way they can run nowadays, not necessarily so. They gave it a shot downfield. That one incomplete.
And this is no good. Close but no cigar, just wide right. And this score will stay right where it is.
Cowboys 7, Washington 0.
Zeke and the Cowboys ready to begin their next drive. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here.
It's a pickup of
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
at the 40-yard line.
Prescott to throw it. He finds his target. It's Schultz. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. 2 minutes gone by, 2nd quarter. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
And Elliott trying to work his way forward, but it looks like he did not make it.
We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a 1st down.
4th and 2 in the NFL, not ordinarily a running down anymore. Usually that ball's moved through the air. They went ahead and gave it to the back, and he ends up picking up the 1st down. I'm not sure if they fooled him as much as they just did a nice job executing.
Needed 2, and they got 3. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. Flushed out right. He's going to find Gallup here complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 14 yards, good for a Cowboy 1st down.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a 1st down.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Out of the gun, it's Elliott. And he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 32.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 9-yard line. It's 14. That one good for a 1st down pickup of 18 yards.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. From the red zone now, Prescott eluding the pressure right. And that'll be incomplete. CeeDee Lamb is intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
On 2nd down, it's Elliott, and he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. Nickel or sub packages, don't they?
An 8-play drive to this point. So here's play number 9 on 3rd and 7. Prescott now. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll be brought down well short of the 1st at about the 9-yard line. That's going to bring up 4th down, only a gain of 2 there. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the 1st down. In this case, it didn't happen.
So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
No, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
1st and 10. At their own 25.
Well, look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. They haven't been able to get him on track. They haven't been able to get this offense on track. No points so far.
Maybe it's time to start doing a few different things. Throwing the ball a little bit, maybe featuring other people touching it for a while, and then you get a chance to come back to it when things have changed a little bit. They have to make an adjustment.
There's still time for him here as we sit in the 2nd quarter. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit. Still a few inches short of a 1st down as they come up now on 2nd down. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the 2nd half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a 1st down, pick it up, and keep moving.
It's a gain of 9 yards, and that'll make it 2nd and short. Pretty good 1st down play. Keeps them ahead of schedule, as they say.
And ostensibly, they could go right back to it because there are multiple options on this play. Hand it inside, quarterback tucks it and keeps it, quarterback throws the ball downfield. You should be able to react to the defense and have an option available on every snap. I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense, and guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive alive.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Smith on 1st down. Catch is made. It's Harmon. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 13 yards there at a Washington 1st.
To win any route, you've got to break down the defender, and that's exactly what happened here on this really nicely executed curl route.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down. That catch good for only a couple. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Forced out to his left. He'll have a first down inside the 10. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
Washington with their first trip to the red zone thus far.
They're looking at a 1st and goal from about the 9. And it's caught. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. That's good for a gain of 6. 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 2-yard line.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback.
Yeah, he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down.
Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts
as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. They'll try to run this one in. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Can this defense hold them out? Here we go now. 4th and goal from the 2. And they'll go with the ground attack here. And nowhere to go. He's going to be stopped behind the line. The run is turned away on 4th and goal from the 2. And this Cowboy defense comes up with a goal line stand. A chance to get some momentum here in the second quarter, getting their first trip into the red zone, but unable to get it across.
And if I'm the head coach, sure, you feel some disappointment, maybe a little bit of deflation there because you didn't get it in. But I'm going straight to rah-rah mode. All right, guys, we didn't get it this time. It's only the second quarter. We'll be back. Let's get it later on. I want to keep this team up. I don't want them to feel like they've let everyone down.
Positive.
Got to be positive in this situation. It's too early to think that you don't have a chance to win this game.
The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now. As it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1.
10 at the 21-yard line.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Prescott on 1st down. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 40.
Out there setting ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
And it's always easy to second guess when you don't get it on a fourth down try. But they had to like the feeling that they had going on offense. They want to continue to see if they can capture that again on this drive and maybe get in the same position.
Yeah, and that's, I mean, like I said, they were moving the football. It's not like they went 4 and out, so I don't think it's a deal where the offense doesn't have confidence.
No, I agree with you totally on that one. If anything, they may have gained more confidence. Okay, they stopped us once. That's all right. Let's keep moving it. Make them do it again.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome, everybody, to our abbreviated version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. It was Ezekiel Elliott who put together a solid first half. His guys lead it by 10 as we send it back out to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis. Gentlemen.
The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. This is Tony Pollard. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
On the return, the Cowboys take over first and 10.
Attacking the Cowboys, ready for their next possession. And he's had some time to chew on that interception he threw on his last drive back in the first half.
Well, normally we say, want to get him right back out on the field and play again, right? But as you mentioned, had the halftime, had to stew about it a little bit. Maybe he'll have a chance to relax a little and kind of laugh and chuckle and let it go.
He'll hope to respond positively here to start the third quarter.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
Now on 2nd and 13, Prescott. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line.
Intercepted by Washington.
That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this third quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind, and we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
Yeah, this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Brings up second.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Out of the gun, Smith, and it's incomplete. And this one too low. They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1.
And 1.
Throwing is Smith. They'll roll him out right. He may try and run for this. Even after more than a decade in the league, Smith still one to account for with his legs as he picks up a first.
These type of plays are backbreakers for a defense. They thought they had him hemmed in, thought they were going to get him on the ground with the pass rush, but were unable to do so. He gets away, picks up a big first down, and sets up 1st and goal inside the 10.
And they've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass. Now Smith. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Normally you think the tight end is going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact. But in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well. Incomplete.
On 2nd and goal, Smith. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown.
Number 17.
From 6 yards away. And Washington able to capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. And that score there makes this a much more manageable deficit.
Agreed, because before that touchdown, this looked like this was about over. Instead, they've got hope. They're back in the game. They feel better about themselves, and now they have a chance to make some more plays.
Kickoff for Washington.
Now Pollard. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
On the return. The Cowboys take over 1st and 10.
The Dallas offense back out onto the field. Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Schultz.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target. He didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius. Understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball. And puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
And a good burst there. Gets him 7 up to midfield.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
They go Elliott again.
Ezekiel Elliott.
The good run on first down followed up by a not-so-good run on second down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on third down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 13 yards and a first down, Cowboys.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
They'll go with Pollard here on first down. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll run with Elliott. And he struggles to get a yard here, maybe a yard, down to the 31.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
Prescott from the gun on third. Able to hit his target, Lamb. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Prescott and Lamb hooking up for the Cowboy first. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
Did you see that route the way that I did? I thought he was trying to get deep.
Yeah, that wasn't the first option.
No, it came off of that guy, the deep guy, and came underneath on the drag. Completed it very well.
And the Cowboys are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line. It's a pickup of 12. Second play in a row with a 12-yard gain. It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal. Now Elliott. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
No gain.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. They'll try again with Elliott. And he is into the end zone. Ezekiel Elliott, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Cowboys will extend their lead. That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the 3rd quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is let you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you've taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. What a big-time drive in that situation.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
At their own 20.
A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
On 1st and 10, Smith. The throw taken in by Sims. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. From the gun, here's Smith. Short throw to the tight end, Thomas. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 7 yards there and a first down.
First down, Washington.
Again, Smith. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 25-yard line. It's a first down, Washington, on a pickup of 18.
Brandon, a lot of times you'll see running backs rotate in and out of the game, whether it's completed pass, a good run, it doesn't matter. Here, not only does he stay in, but they go right back to him, and he makes another nice play. Back-to-back catches.
And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 24-yard line.
From the gun, Smith. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
On first down, it's Smith. That's caught. It's Thomas. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
It's
a gain of 8 there on the 8th play of the drive.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Here's 2nd and 2 now from the 3. Here's McKissick, and he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington.
McKissick, the ball carrier.
A 3-yard touchdown run. And Washington able to make this a close game again. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of the season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
A lane opens here. He's past the 30.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 30.
And let's gaze our attention on Ezekiel Elliott. He is hoping to find the end zone for a 3rd time, and we sit now in the 3rd quarter.
And nothing would excite him more, but I think even more so, his offensive line. Anytime you've got a guy scoring that many times, that means you've done a really nice job in front of him.
You're always giving props to the big fellas up front.
It's always a good idea. Those are some massive men.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's Prescott. Escaping the pressure right. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit, because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into his windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
Tackle made by Chase Young. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Again, it's Elliott. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. Back now in Arlington. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10. And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
I'm sure that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground. Keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
It's a gain of 6 on the play, and that is going to set up a 3rd and 1.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a 3rd down.
They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he'll get this down only to the 18. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down and a yard.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Running. And flags come in as he gets forward for about 3 yards. Now let's check on the call.
Offense.
So on the big tight end, holding.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
Makes the score Cowboys 20.
So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down.
25-yard line.
Now we get another look at Washington on offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And he's brought down after a very nice gain. It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. Another first down there as this one goes for 25. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Operating from the gun, Smith. This will be caught inside the 10. And oh, he coughed it up. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line.
Complete.
And great effort. Does he get burned for that in film? He fought through some tackles. End result, though, a fumble.
It's going to be one of those situations where he'll get yelled at about the fumble, but at the same time get a check mark for the extra effort. And so it's one of those tough, tricky things for coaches. You don't want to coach it out of them so much that you take away the effort. You just want them to be conscious of taking care of the football.
He was taken down at the
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead, positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
From the 22, Prescott to the left side and complete. Amari Cooper. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards. So Amari Cooper out of Northwestern High School in Miami making a nice play there.
And it's so funny that when I was going through the draft process when he came out of Alabama and was inquiring about him and his skills, they say it all began back in Miami. He really became a pro receiver at a young age because of his attention to detail and precision. But don't forget his athletic ability. That's what made that catch there.
He did spend 1 year with Teddy Bridgewater as his quarterback there, so that helped back in high school. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. They'll keep it on the ground. Elliott. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 4 yards the pickup, first down. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
At the 41.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
2nd and 5.
Going to run again here with Pollard. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And he'll be taken down at the 26. 15 yards on the play, first down. How about this offensive line? They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before the series began, I know exactly what was said in the defensive huddle. Guys, we got to get no less than a 3-and-out. Let's get off the field. Instead, they can't find any traction towards doing that. Right now, they're just getting muscle all over the field and getting pushed down it.
He was brought down.
The tackle by Cole Holcomb.
Brandon, we just saw the benefits of being able to run the ball successfully. They pick up 4 yards on that carry. So now, if you're a play caller, you can do just about anything you want, but on the defensive side of the ball, you're scrambling a little bit. Now you're behind, trying to figure out, do I need to...
Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Landon Collins. A seismic shift in momentum here in the fourth quarter. That's the break that the defense needed.
And you know as well as I do, people are going to question the play call in that situation. Sometimes you have to question the execution, not necessarily the call. And in this case, those defenders found a way to give their team a chance.
And nearly picked off there, and it would have been a great time for their first pick. Instead, it's second down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 20-yard line.
To throw again, Smith. Oh, it was hit at the line of scrimmage and intercepted. Snags it for the pick. Yes, the old tip drill works to perfection there.
You're bringing back great memories. Used to love that drill. And a lot of times in practice, you work on it, not just one tip, but multiple tips, just in case the ball stays in the air for a while, to have an awareness and the ability to go up and grab it, and then you want to get some blocking support and end up in the opposite end zone.
In that tip drill, what do you yell?
For us, it was Oski. Okay, Oski was an interception.
For different teams.
Different teams have different ways of doing it. I've heard bingo, jackpot. The worst I ever heard, though, was Frankenstein. You don't want it to be a
too many syllables.
You want to get it right down and go. Oski is really the preferred word.
Oski. Now this will make it into the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25.
The Washington offense going back to work. We'll see if they can band back together after the pick six. It hurt badly, but still within striking distance. A 2-score game with a good chunk of time on the clock. Looking for Thomas, but that's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a fourth-quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
And that one pushes the lead up to an even 20. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Zerline to kick off for Dallas.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own 25.
Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. The interception was a good starting point, but still a huge hill to climb with this 3-score deficit and time fading. Fresh off the pick six, it's Smith. To the right side and complete to Thomas. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
At the 32-yard line.
A shotgun snap for Smith. Open man here, Sims complete. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam together.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 17 yards that time and a Washington first. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Back to the air, Smith on second down. Over the middle, open is Thomas. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Washington on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. And he finds McLaurin. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 17 yards that time and a Washington first. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. And I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And Washington able to close the gap just a bit. Now a timeout coming in here defensively as they stop it before the 2-minute warning with 2:09 to go in the game. On is Hopkins now for the extra point. And that will cut this lead down to 13. So that drive goes 8 plays. And it was polished off by a Washington touchdown.
21.
2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the Cowboys are able to recover. 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
And he'll take this forward for about 5 as we have come upon the 2-minute warning.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd.
So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. They'll keep it on the ground. Elliott. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. This is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he will have a Cowboys 1st down. It won't be by much. He needed 3, and he got 3, barely. But the mark shows 1st down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. This is Elliott. He'll get the 1st down and more inside the 20. And down to the 16-yard line. Now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. We'll see if the defense wants to stop it as they take the knee. The Cowboys on their way to victory as they take a knee. Prescott, he goes down to a knee, and that should just about do it.
Listen, anytime you take a knee to end a game, that means you've won it. So it doesn't matter whether it's home or on the road, but there's something a little extra special about doing it in front of your home crowd, isn't there?
And the home crowd applauding. They're happy with what they've seen. Chalk this one up in the left-hand column for a win.
Yeah, that's right. Head to the locker room, throw the wristbands in the crowd for the kids, your gloves, your towels. Get to share it with the home team.
So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better. And that got it done in this one.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Cowboys as we sign off and say so long from Arlington.